Hey guys, Tiffany with another video, and as you guys saw in the title, this is going to be another one of my hauled it but how was it videos. Now if you guys are familiar with my channel, you know that this is something that I recently started. I feel like I always bring you guys so many hauls, like it's definitely haul overload here on my channel, but I don't always get back to telling you guys about certain products, whether I liked it, disliked it, did I keep it, did I take it back, all that good stuff. So every now and then I'm going to be bringing you guys this particular series here on my channel. Definitely, if there is something that I've hauled that you guys want to know more about, leave it down below in the comment section. I'll definitely try to get to it within the next few videos. But I'm going back, guys. I'm going like far back in my hauls on products that I know I did not update you guys on, just to let you know how I feel about it. But no more talking, let's get started. So the first product that I want to show you guys is the Anastasia and Nicole Guerriero highlighter palette. Now I'm not going to go into like swatches and all that stuff because I did a dedicated video on this. If you guys have not checked that out and you want to see how the swatches perform on my skin as well as how some of the colors look on my face, I'll leave a link to it right here and you guys can definitely go back and check it out. But Nicole Guerriero and Anastasia Beverly Hills teamed up for another one of Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter palettes. At this point, I think she has like maybe like 6 or 7, and I know there's another one coming out that's called Aurora. That one has some of those unicorn type colors that y'all know I'm kind of against right now, so I definitely don't see myself picking that one up. But I remember when I first started seeing promo pictures of this palette, I was on the fence. I felt like a lot of the swatches weren't consistent. Like sometimes you'll see some swatches and it was banging, then other time you saw swatches and it was just like, girl, why, who finna get that? But you also didn't see a lot of swatches on us women of color, so I was really hesitant. I didn't think I was gonna like this, but as you guys know in that video, like I was definitely shook when I swatched this palette. I was like, OM gosh, like I thought because there's a lot of glitter in this, like they were gonna apply glittery, but they definitely did not. I feel like the colors in here are definitely colors that flatter like all skin tones. I have been using this palette and I love it. I also feel like this is such a like springtime friendly palette. You have like so many colors in here that I feel will go great with some spring looks that I've been seeing lately. And again, as I said, I feel like the thought was put into this palette because it's a palette that everybody can wear, from the lightest skin to the deepest skin. I definitely feel like you will find shades in here that flatter your skin tone. So I've really been loving this palette. It is limited edition. I don't even know if you can get your hands on it like online in stores, but all I can say is this is one of those that I don't think you want to miss out on, because again, the colors are just like everybody friendly, and that is one of those things with highlighter palettes that does not happen all the time. But I do really love this. And since I'm talking on highlighter palettes, I feel like I might as well talk about the next palette that I have in this little pile to show you guys. This is the Cover FX Perfect Light Highlighting Palette. Here's what the packaging looks like. I picked this up from Sephora. I'm not too familiar with Cover FX as a brand. I recently tried out their primer, their matte primer, Matte X or something like that, and I showed you guys that in my favorites video. I really love that, but other than that, I'm just not really familiar with the brand. But one thing you guys know I love is highlighters, so I was really excited when I saw this in Sephora. Comes with a really nice size mirror, and then on the inside you get these 4 shades. You get 2 cream shades as well as 2 powder shades. I'm just gonna go ahead and swatch these because I don't think I swatched these for you in my haul video where I showed it, so I'll just swatch the colors so you guys can get a feel for it. So that is what it looks like. The 2 cream shades are at the top and then the 2 powder shades are at the bottom. And I know looking at them, you're probably like, okay, yeah, this palette is going to be a dud. Once I was playing around with it and I was swatching it, I thought the exact same thing. I was like, okay, I'm a little disappointed. The one thing I will say about this palette, let me just wipe my fingers off. The one thing I will say about this palette, it works amazing together. When you layer the cream shades with the powder shades, they perform beautifully. I think worn this in pictures on Instagram, as well as I think I had a video where I had this on. If I do, I'll leave a link to it up here so you guys can see how it looks on the face. But together, they are stunning. Like the powder shades just sit on top of the cream highlighter beautifully, and I absolutely love it. Individually though, it sucks. Like, I've tried pairing the cream with different powder highlighters and it just did not have the same effect. I've tried layering the powder highlighters on different cream bases that I have, and again, it was just like womp, womp, womp. So I feel like if you want a palette that is just going to individually be stunning, this is definitely not the palette for you. But I also feel like I can't be mad at that because it's an actual palette. Had they been selling these shades individually, I'd have been like, nah, Cover FX, you tried it. But because they're selling it as a palette and you're supposed to use them together, I feel like we definitely can't be mad at the fact that they do exactly what they're supposed to do. So I'm a little on the fence with this. I kind of feel like, okay, if I wanted a highlighter palette to take with me to travel or something like that, I can grab this and I don't have to take any individual cream shades, and I know that the shades will work well together. But again, if I just was feeling like I wanted to use the products in here with something else, it wouldn't work out. So I can't say I love it. I can't say I hate it, because again, I think it does exactly what it's supposed to do as a palette. But I guess I'm also kind of just disappointed that individually they suck so bad. So I don't know. So I want to talk about some primers that I picked up recently. I picked up 2 Urban Decay primers. The first one that I picked up, I actually don't even have it to show you guys because I took it back. That one was the Urban Decay De-Slick primer. You know, they came out with like these new primers that were kind of supposed to match like their setting sprays and things like that. So I picked up the De-Slick primer mainly because it was advertised as a matte primer. Y'all know I'm combination oily, so I'm always looking for something that's going to help keep me matte. I showed you guys that in a get ready with me video, and you guys were kind of able to see how it performs on the face. The one thing, like, you can't use a lot of it. If you use too much, it flakes up on your skin in a really, really bad way. The other thing I didn't like about it, I felt like it left the white cast, and I also didn't feel like it kept me matte for too long. So I decided to take that one back to Ulta, and I picked up another one that I had been hearing people say was a really good one. This one is the Urban Decay Optical Illusion Complexion Primer. It's not for matting out your face, but it's supposed to be for smoothing and pore perfecting, which I felt also could have worked for me because I do have textured skin and I do have issues with my pores. I'll just show you guys what it looks like in case you missed that haul video, but here it is right here. I wanted to like this, and here's the thing, I don't feel like this is a bad primer. I just feel like for me and my melanin infused skin, this primer was just a no, because again, I feel like it leaves that white cast. It's the cast that Mimi likes to call the Ashy Larry cast that it leaves behind. So I really didn't like that. I feel like a lot of primers do that though. Like women of color, sometimes we have difficulty, women and men of color, we have difficulty because we want to use a primer, but it just leaves that gray white cast. And of course, I mean, you can put your foundation over it and it doesn't show, but why do I even have to go through that is my main thing. So I felt like this primer actually did a good job. I feel like it definitely blurs out the skin, but it's just that leaving me look like Casper that I truly, truly don't like. So I feel like if you're of a lighter skin tone, this primer would be really good for you. My niece Hope, she's a light bright and she swears by this primer. So I definitely feel like, you know, the lighter end of the spectrum, if you're looking for something that's going to smooth out your skin, going to blur you out, this is going to be the one for you. But those of us with a little bit more color, it's probably gonna be a no. But baby, this next primer, oh my goodness, you guys know I showed this in, I think, like my last haul. Mimi, my friend Beauty by Benji here on YouTube, she has been swearing by this primer and I wanted to pick it up and try it out. This is the Shiseido Ibuki Smart Filtering Smoother Primer. Here's what it looks like. It's really small, okay? You don't get as much as you would in like a regular primer. You're getting 0.67 fluid ounce and not the typical 1 fluid ounce. But let me tell you, this works so well that I can definitely overlook the amount that they give us. This primer is amazing. It does everything that I wanted those 2 Urban Decay primers to do in one without the Ashy Larry cast left on your face. This mats you out. This controls the oil. This smooths out your skin. This blurs out your pores. This thing is amazing. I have been using it, loving it. Like, this is gonna be a holy grail product for me. This is definitely going to be one of those like staple products. I hope they never discontinue it, but I feel like I want to go buy like 12 of them just in case they decide that it's just going to be a limited edition type product. Y'all, just try it out. Go to Sephora, get you a sample. Sephora gives out samples, and I think they sell this at Ulta too. Like, don't be scared to go up in them stores and ask for a sample. Y'all spend enough money that they better not be acting stank if you want a sample, okay? Go get you a sample, try it out. I promise you'll be back to get the full size because it's that amazing. TIFF approved. I love it. Yes. And then the final item that I want to show you guys is a skincare item. This is the By Terry Cellular Rose Dual Exfoliation Scrub. Here is what it looks like. If you guys are familiar with makeup, you know that By Terry is more of a luxury high-end brand. So of course her skincare products are going to be a little bit up there in the price because again, it's just one of those luxury brands. So this is supposed to exfoliate your skin. It's supposed to restore radiance to your complexion, and it's one of those exfoliators that you can use daily, which a lot of people don't suggest doing because sometimes the exfoliation can be so rough on your skin that it does more damage than good. But I can say that this is a really light exfoliation, so I do agree with the fact that you can use this on a daily. And I'll tell you, I actually think this is a really good facial scrub. I feel like my skin is brighter once I use it. It has more radiance to the skin. I do feel like it takes away some of the dead skin cells. But if I had to compare this to, say, some of my Clinique products, which you know Clinique is a more affordable brand, or even some of my drugstore, not all, but some of my drugstore exfoliators, do I feel like this compares in price to say that, you know, the price justifies the product? I actually can't say that about this particular product. Now, I do have some other By Terry products that I swear by. I'll try to get to those a little later on, or maybe just show them to you guys in my skincare video. But this particular one, although it's good, I definitely don't feel like it's something that you need to rush out and get, or if you don't really have the money for it, that you just need to go and get it because somebody says that it's good. It's okay. It does what it's supposed to do, but I really don't think that the price justifies the overall result, because I feel like my Shea Moisture scrub that I swear by and that is holy grail for me does the same thing, but you're going to get it at a fraction of the cost. So again, I have some By Terry products that I love. This is not a shot at the brand. This is not a shot at any of the brands, but y'all know I'm always come and give you 1,000 because you definitely deserve that. So that is it for this hauled it, but how was it? Again, guys, let me know if there is anything that you want to see or you've been waiting on me to do an update on. I know a lot of you guys have been asking me about the deeper Laura Mercier shade. I did a demo on it, but when I went back to review the footage, I was like out of focus, and then because I've been so sick, I haven't had a chance to like refilm it. But I'm definitely going to bring you guys my thoughts on that. But again, if it's anything you want to see, let your girl know down below in the comment section. As always, thank you guys so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to sit here and listen to me ramble. And until next time, bye YouTube.